Fox 10 AZAM. With Troy Hayden, Andrea Robinson, Ron Hoon, Celeste Rodriguez, and Corey McCloskey.
7 o'clock, just about, and here we go. Record temperatures yesterday. Could we break another one today? Carmen Blackwell live with some people who just can't get inside to the AC here because they're out working in the heat. Carmen?
Yeah, that's right. These guys, these construction workers, they don't have the option to go inside like we do whenever they're out here. So what we're going to do next, we're going to go up on the bridge, this bridge rather, that they're building, and see what those conditions are like in action. That's coming up in a couple of minutes.
And officials in Greece desperately calling for help this morning as deadly wildfires tear through Athens. Ron has the very latest on what's being done to get residents and tourists to safety.
That song always makes me want to dance. What did you say about this day?
It's my favorite day.
It's your favorite day today? Yeah, grab the salt, shot, squeeze in a glass, and soda water.
That's all you need.
It is National Tequila Day. We'll tell you how to celebrate. You could probably have an idea of how you'd celebrate.
Yeah, I know. Do we really have to walk you through? But maybe we do. So
Yeah.
that's what we're here for.
And maybe wait till after 7 in the morning.
That's usually, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. How are you? Happy Tuesday.
Hi.
Right?
Hi,
Cor?
Cor.
Hey, good
Hot.
morning.
It's going to be a hot one today, brother.
Don't go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I going out? I'm being forced out the door here in about 20 minutes.
Is it a white pant day because of the heat? Is it a flip-flop day?
It's good. It's a shorts day.
A shorts day.
Ooh.
Madras, or is it madras?
I'm not sure
I
what
always
that
thought it
means.
was madras, but you know,
Probably
whatever.
madras.
Tomato, tomato.
I like to go a little offbeat.
Of course you do.
We haven't noticed that.
Hey, 116. Yesterday we busted a record. Today, 116 would tie the record. And as Troy always says, why not go one better? So maybe we'll get a 117 out of it. You got what you wished for yesterday, buddy.
I know.
Congratulations.
Well, I mean, it's not like you wish for the overall heat, but if we're going to get that hot, let's go
There you
ahead and
go.
make some news. Let's
Yeah,
break a record.
be a record breaker.
Yeah.
Speaking of records, 512 Mega Millions.
A lot of money.
Big
Million.
number for
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
That's right. We've got the office poll going on here already. Are you in, Troy?
No.
No.
And not
I'm not
because I'm a
either.
buzzkill. Yeah.
You don't mean to be a buzzkill.
If you guys all win, somebody's got to be here to put the show on tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
you're
the way I
one
look at
that's
it.
going to be here at work.
Yeah.
Okay, more on this and maybe what you do with the money to come.
All right, 7:01, new this morning, yet another wrong-way driver on a Valley Freeway. Skyfox over the scene late last night on the Highland on-ramp of State Route 51, right through the heart of the city. Crash happened about 10 p.m., and you can see right there. DPS says the cars that actually crashed hit each other because they were trying to avoid the driver that was going the wrong way. So the wrong-way driver, as far as we know, did not hit anybody, took off, was not caught, and the injuries in this crash, fortunately, appear to be minor. But, you know, we've seen so many of these wrong-way crashes, and then we had a little bit of a respite, and then all of a sudden, here are 2 or 3 more in just the last couple of weeks. Firefighters busy early this morning putting out a debris fire at a big transfer station in North Phoenix. This is where the big trash trucks all come, the garbage trucks, and dump off all of the load, and then it's brought out to landfill. So this is in Phoenix, Cave Creek Road in Deer Valley. Crews say the building's about 2,300 square feet, and there's this garbage piled up high inside, and so it made it very tough. It was smoking when they arrived. The building sprinklers extinguished the flames before firefighters got there to the scene, but they did roll up. They had the doors there. They got in there, they got the smoke out. The structure does not appear to be too damaged by the fire. Thanks to those sprinklers, no injuries reported. New details this morning about an officer-involved shooting in Phoenix we first told you about last night. The incident happened near State Route 51 and Glendale. Phoenix police called to a neighborhood to check out an aggravated assault. Once they got there, things took a bad turn. The victims told police the suspect came out of the house and pointed a gun at him, so he walked away and called 911. Officers tried to get in touch with that suspect who was still inside the house, but they were unable to get him to come out. After about an hour, police say the suspect came out of the house and then pointed that gun at police. 2 of the 4 officers opened fire.
The suspect may have had reasons as to why he exited the home with the gun. We're looking into that. Let's say it was a surprise to the victim to have that weapon pointed at him.
Suspect taken to the hospital for what police are calling only superficial wounds. It's not clear if he was hit by a bullet or some sort of debris. No officers hurt in that shooting. The Arizona Corporation Commission will make a decision this morning on whether it should appoint a monitor to watch over Johnson Utilities, that troubled water company down in the Southeast Valley. A lot of complaints against that company, providing water service to about 30,000 customers in the Southeast Valley. Several customers say they've had low water pressure. There have been sewage spills there, water quality problems over the years. Earlier this month, a court recommended regulators find an emergency manager to take over that utility. So again, a story that's been going on for years and years down in a very busy and growing part of the valley. People saying they want clean water and good water service. So we'll see what happens here in the Corporation Commission. Follow up on the suspension of the owner of a well-known gymnastics club for kids here in the valley, Sunrays Gymnastics. The suspension has now been lifted against that owner. Dan Wittenstein was temporarily suspended last week by USA Gymnastics. There were allegations of sexual misconduct dating back to the 1980s that were investigated. And over the weekend, USA Gymnastics announced all sanctions are now lifted against the owner. In a statement, Wittenstein says he was grateful for the support and couldn't wait to get back to work. News alert, major story out of Greece where a wildfire has turned deadly. Ron Hoon is in the newsroom with the very latest on this developing story. Ron, I heard people had to jump into the ocean to get away from these flames.
Oh, Troy, and some of the stories, they are just heartbreaking. We're hearing a report of parents, literally their bodies found as they were huddled with their kids, hugging their kids as the fire swept over them and they had no chance to escape. This really is one of the worst natural disasters we have seen in Europe in many years. At least 50 people are dead. Right now, the situation is chaotic in Greece. It could be 50 to as many as 60 after these fires. The blaze is one of the worst fires to hit in this area in many years. Want to warn you, some of this video is difficult to watch. Several wildfires are burning around Athens, Greece. Flames, thick smoke, all filling the air surrounding the capital with strong winds fanning the fire.
It is a difficult night for Greece. More than 600 men and women from the fire brigade and 300 vehicles have been mobilized on 3 large fronts.
More than 100 people have been injured. Dozens more have died. Most of the victims were found in their homes or cars in the popular vacation destination of Muddy. Dramatic video shows some of the devastation, the aftermath, charred streets and vehicles, bodies burned when the fire just ripped through. The blaze gutted homes in the region and is threatening ancient structures. Large plumes of smoke could be seen near the Acropolis. Overwhelmed fire officials are asking for help tackling the fire.
Due to the large expanse, the intensity, and the dangers the fires pose, the country has submitted a request through the European Civil Protection Mechanism for international ground and air assistance.
And early this morning, officials urgently evacuated people stranded in beach towns. Residents and tourists alike scrambled to flee as the flames drew very close. Some only had one way out by boat.
The flames were chasing us all the way to the water. It burned our backs and we dove into the water.
It was lightning fast. We didn't realize what had happened.
And we will continue to monitor all of this as the morning goes on, but I am seeing a new report that 26 of the victims were found overnight inside 2 homes in these areas that are just being ravaged by these fires. I'm also seeing a report that their prime minister has just announced a 3-day period of national mourning for the entire country of Greece. Troy.
All right, Ron, thank you for that. Very tough situation over there that we'll continue to follow throughout the day. Here in this country, evacuations underway in the Colorado Springs area for a very different problem. Look at this, flash flooding. Areas seeing heavy rainfall, severe thunderstorms. There have been several reports of hail and wind damage to properties across the state. High water levels posing a huge challenge for motorists, and so officials have closed many roads in that area in Colorado. 7:08, let's go ahead and get to Andrea for your Tuesday morning commute here in late July on what could be a record-breaking heat day.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the morning commute doesn't look all that bad. It's slow, and we've got a couple of problems, but as far as the better half of the commute, we're just seeing, obviously, the slow conditions that are usually present at this time as we really get the rush going. 11th Street right now at McDowell, there's a crash there. As we head outside, these are the kind of delays we're seeing all over the place. That's the 101 heading inbound at about 7th Avenue into North Phoenix. From that point to, about the 51 or so, you're going to notice heavy conditions picking up there.
That looks like a new shot. Do we see that one very often?
They might have changed the angle a little bit.
I like that. All right, so everybody's talking about the weather this morning. Broke a record yesterday. Could break another record today.
Yeah, so hot. It's the end of July. It's Phoenix. We're kind of, we live here during the summer.
Right.
We know what to expect.
We
It's
shouldn't
just a
be
hot
shocked.
day. No, but it is, again, still hard to handle.
Yeah. So Corey's here to give us the news today. I know that, didn't you kind of back it off a degree because we might have some clouds or something? Corey? No?
No, maybe. No.
Hi. Anybody here? Hey, Corey.
Hi, you guys. Well, get ready. Yeah. I did back it off a degree.
Wow.
Just to be nice.
You're so generous.
Yeah, 117 just seemed like too much. About 116, that could be where we wrap ourselves up today. We're talking about that excessive heat warning. You know, we don't get those very often. I think most of the rest of the country believes we're under a continual and chronic excessive heat warning, but this is hot even for us. 117 is about the range we'll be in today. 118 is possible, say out in Yuma or Lake Havasu City today. So some tough times are ahead. If you've never experienced this kind of weather, you don't really want to be caught out in it, that's for sure. If you're new to the valley or to the desert areas of the state, and many families do move in at this time of the year, now that school's out in Chicago or Minnesota, wherever you came from, you're going to be in for a couple of crushing days here. So it stretches all the way from LA past us all the way to the New Mexico border. So any desert part of the Southwest is really going to be under the gun today. So if you're going to be ramming around, just be ready for some of the biggest heat of the year. There is better news, though, and it's coming up in the form of your weekend. I think you're going to love that part of the forecast. In fact, I'll give you a little taste right now. I think you'll like the way your Saturday and Sunday shape up. Daytime highs by then will top out just at about 102 or 3 degrees, maybe 104 for your Sunday, but that's not bad compared to 116. That would tie a record today. We'll see if we get there. See you in a bit, you two.
All right. Well, the best advice for a hot day like today is, of course, to stay inside.
If you can, but a lot of people have to work outside, including ADOT workers who are busy putting together that new Loop 202 South Mountain Freeway. They can't get out of the heat. Carmen Blackwell's out there. I know they start early and try to get off early, but still, you're not going to duck the heat on a day like this, Carmen.
Yeah, that's the key. ADOT telling us that what they want to do with these workers is just try to get them out as early as possible, try to beat the heat. Take a look at what's been done so far. This is Loop 202 South Mountain Freeway. This bridge has been under construction for a little bit of time now. I have Dustin here with me. We're looking at a quick little overview. Tell me what we're looking at over here on this east side.
Yeah, so right now we're on the Loop 202 freeway just south of Van Buren Street on 59th Avenue. We are building a bridge over the Union Pacific Railroad tracks. So this bridge will go over the railroad tracks, and eventually this freeway will travel south and eventually connect to where the I-10 Loop 202 meets in Chandler.
Yeah, this is certainly a different view up here, but let's state the obvious, and that it's a little hot. With the concrete and the asphalt up here, it can get anywhere up to 15 to 20 degrees hotter.
Yeah, it can get super hot for our construction workers on asphalt and concrete. The temperatures are about 15 to 20 degrees hotter. So that's why it's really important that our workers are prepared, and our workers really are trained to beat the heat. They are educated on what to do during the heat. We give them a lot of safety gear, and they also use a buddy system where they partner with other construction colleagues to just monitor for heat stress symptoms.
That's right. We got to see some of those gear options earlier with Antonio. He was our model, and basically you guys use the buddy system. You want them to look out for each other, and Connect 202 is really great with providing water, electrolytes, and a lot of some really cool gear for the neck and things like that as well.
Oh, definitely. All very important. And another thing that ADOT does on all of our projects is we start a lot of our construction in the summer months much earlier. So we might start as early as 5 a.m. and we do that so our workers aren't having to deal with the most intense heat in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, this heat is certainly no joke. Thank you so much, Dustin, for being with us today. And just from standing up here, guys, I don't know if you could see this, beads of sweat already starting to roll down my forehead. You can really feel the heat from where we are up here. It's probably about, what are we, maybe like I don't know, 100 feet up off the ground. I don't know. You
Yeah.
can feel it. We're high up in the air. Heat rises.
You need to get hotter than
and
that,
it's hot.
higher than that to cool off. That's for sure. Yeah, but that's a heck of a project. And can you imagine? Thank you, Carmen.
That's
nice work out there.
tough labor right there.
Oh, because you're out there. You got to cover yourself up. Those guys can't be in shorts. They're in boots and long pants and out there doing that hard work.
Exactly. Well, when it gets this hot, it's important for Valley schools to keep their student athletes from overheating. And one of those ways is to shift their workout schedules to early in the morning.
Tom Fergus is hanging out with the cross-country team at Trevor Brown High School. Tom, they're getting an early workout.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'm out at Trevor Brown High School, home of the Bruins, out here at 75th Avenue, right near Thomas. And look at these guys. We got the cross-country team out here. They know that there's a heat advisory, but that doesn't bother them at all. They've been out here getting ready for cross-country season. And look who I have got with me, Coach Bob Mike. And Bob, you've got them out early. What time did you guys get out here?
6 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Well, there's a lot of standing around. Why don't you put these guys through their paces? What do you got them doing?
All right, let's go. We're simulating hill workouts since our first race is in Flagstaff. So this is resistance training. They do 100-meter repeats with resistance, and then they run a 400-meter. So we do this for a mile nonstop with one kid, then we switch up, and we just keep repeating until they get about 6 miles in.
Now, when you start having meets, it's going to be later in the day, probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Go ahead, you guys, bring it down. So you want them to be this kind of heat is what they actually kind of need to train for this, isn't it?
Oh yeah, they need to hydrate, and they need to definitely hydrate before, after, and during the races.
Yeah. Now you were talking about sometimes you'll do the running early and weight training. You kind of adjust it up a little bit, don't you?
Oh yeah, we try to make it interesting for the kids instead of just getting out and running 7-8 miles a day. So we get up, we get in the weight room, we do a lot of core work. We'll put the bikes and the Stairmasters in there too.
Yeah. So how often are you guys out here? How many days a week are you out here? And you're always here at 6, huh?
5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Then some Saturdays we'll take them to the mountains too. We'll also get the mountains. Every Friday we try to get them some elevation training in the local mountains.
But when you're coaching them up, it's hydrate, 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 isn't it?
Oh, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate for sure. Plus they need that protein after. So a good bagel with peanut butter on after helps.
Yeah, Bob's been teaching here. He teaches gym out here, you guys. And like I say, every morning these guys are out here early, but they're acclimated to it. So if you're going out to get any kind of training, get out early, get out late, but pay close attention. Sometimes when I do my runs, I'll just do a couple of miles. If it's over 100, I'll just do a couple of miles, because it's just so hot. You got to be careful. But yeah, there they are, you guys, the Trevor Brown's Bruins, home of the Fighting Bruins. That track team, they never stop working out, you guys. Back to you.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Very impressed.
Even 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's still cutting it close.
And it's dried out too. Can you feel that? It's not as humid as it has been,
humid,
and so it's even more important to. I will say pre-hydrate. Yeah. I mean, because once you get thirsty, you're behind it.
Past it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, moving on to other news now. If you are feeling lucky, tonight could be a very big night.
Big Mega Millions prize is up for grab. $512 million to
that's
be
half
exact.
a B. That's half a billion.
It's a lot of money. A lot of money, yeah. But one report says you have 1 in 300 million chance of winning the Mega Millions.
So you're saying there's a chance?
A very, 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 very small chance.
So we wanted to see what other unusual things are actually more likely to happen to you. What you better odds of this happening
than winning the lottery.
So who better to send out with that kind of premise than Marcy Jones? Live with more on her scientific findings. Marcy.
Yes. So much research have gone into this, you guys. I mean, I've covered a lot of lottos. I earned the title of Lottery Queen, and if you win this one, you're going to have more stacks than somebody who works at IHOP. And I'm not talking about pancakes, honey. I'm talking about green. Okay, so I have to come over here really fast. Oh, did you end up getting one?
You made me buy one.
Oh, I made you buy one. Girlfriend, okay, if you win, that's more than $500 million. What are you going to get? Here, turn around so you can show everybody your pretty face.
Am I on?
For a second, come on. You're so fabulous. What would you get? And don't give me like, I'd buy my mom a house, like the fun stuff. Clothes, jewelry.
I don't want no clothes. I want a nice vacation where I can go think about what I want to do.
Oh, I like
how
that.
I can bless my family.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Now, where would we go on vacay? Oh, she's putting in the pin. You don't, we're not going to show that. Oh, Belize. Oh, you best Belize it, honey.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. Okay, well, I saw a group of people over here that look like they don't want to talk to me, so of course that's where we're going to want to go. Hang on.
Yeah, don't try to
Hi,
avoid
guys.
Marcy. She will chase you down.
I'm sorry.
here she
You're just sitting ducks here. You're waiting for the restroom. I had to. Okay, we're talking Mega Millions. It's over $500 million. It's $512 million. What would you do if you won it?
I'd give it all to the nonprofit that I work for. It's called Steps of Love.
No, it's not. He's laughing.
I swear, Steps of Love. We're a nonprofit that provide access to educational opportunities to kids in Rocky Point.
That's really cute. Okay, what would you do? Do something more fun.
Go skydiving.
Okay, there we go, honey.
I'd
What
pay
about
off
you?
my student loans.
Oh, very nice. What about you?
We
You've had
share
time?
student loans, so
Okay.
unfortunately I'm not as selfless as my brother-in-law.
Oh, yes, but happy life, pay off the loans.
He's got
okay,
bills
I
to
like
pay.
that. Okay, yeah, he's got bills to pay, honey. Okay, we're going over here. Sir, hi. I'm sorry, you're so handsome, I had to.
Oh.
See, I know, I know.
Got him.
Come
You
on,
got him
come
to
over.
smile.
Okay, if you won $512 million, what would you do with it? Besides pay me to go away.
I'm going back to Hawaii.
Oh,
that's a good
yes.
spot.
And paying bills.
Yes, the breeze in the air, the pina colada in your hand. Oh, you want to take me with you?
Wife might not like
Okay,
that.
oh, you're a good man. We respect you. Okay, honey. Wife is going to Hawaii. I am not. Excellent. We'll have so much fun. Yes. Oh, you're giving shout outs. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Would you
John and
toss
Brad
some of
watch
your
you every
friends a
morning.
couple mil?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
Okay, no. Oh, look, he's so serious. He's like, no way. Well, if you do win, you are going to be styling, profiling, limousine riding, wheeling, dealing, the whole thing. I'm really excited for everybody because there's a shot. We even have an office pool going on.
Oh, are you buying the ticket?
Oh, she got
That's
sent
it.
out to get
Yeah.
the ticket.
They gave it to me strictly for a prop because they decided that I am not trustworthy enough to be in it because if we win, I might not share. I'll tell you that.
I feel like there has to be some sort of
A contract written out?
law-abiding contract
Right.
that has to be drawn.
Yes,
up.
we have a pool for the weekends too, and I'm in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Good seeing you, Marcy.
All right.
If you're looking for a Valley-based grocery store, a Valley-based grocery store is hiring all the way from coast to coast.
Yep. That grocery store right there, Sprouts, one of our faves. Looking to hire a bunch of new employees.